Because if you members know or may not know that there's two parts to investment, which is going to be you need to accumulate your properties. If you can accumulate them as fast as possible, even better. The quicker, the better. And now after you accumulate a certain amount of properties, and that all depends on your savings, your deposit. So for some people that could be 7 properties. For some people that could be 3, right? In a certain time frame. So we set out actually in the beginning, myself and Pranjal, to get 4 properties within 10 years. But now, as the journey's gone, it's now 7 in 6. Okay, so the accumulation was pretty quick. And now, so because he's done that, and that's why I congratulated him, is what is the next steps for him? Because there are many options now that he can do. You know, there's consolidation. Like every investor must go through this. You accumulate, and then after a certain time period, you're going to have to reduce your debt, because a lot of your properties that you own are either 80% owned by the bank, 80 to 90%, right? So what you got to do now is try to reduce the debt to about 40 or 50% as time goes on. Okay, so in Pranjal's case, he's now past that point. Now, whether he wants to accumulate further and all his learnings in the last 7 years of investment, different interest rates as well when he started, all of that now is come to this point and saying, do I now accumulate further, or maybe I do something else? Which brings me to this point, which Pranjal recently told me or asked me, was, should I now buy my place to live, owner-occupier? Bum, bum. That's the question, right? Now, it's actually a good time to ask that question now, after accumulation. Now, if he had asked this question 6 years ago and did that, that's a different story. He may not be where he is today. He may, we never know. But now is actually a good time to ask it because he's already built up that portfolio. And now it's just a matter of whether he wants to do that living or continue to invest, because currently he's still renting. Both of us are renting as well, so we're classified as rent investors. So my question to Pranjal, and maybe a lot of you guys want to know, and you, Jacob, as well, is what made you think about place to live instead of continuing your journey of investment?
Well, I guess these two are not exclusive for me anymore. So I have a growing realization that I could consider a place of my own and still manage to invest further. What forced me to think about it is obviously the societal expectation is always there. My wife has a growing feeling that, okay, we should get a place now. We have accumulated enough. We are hoping our next baby early next year as well. So there's this strong homing instinct.
Congratulations. That was very subtle. That was just put in there in a very subtle way. So
congratulations, Pranjal. That's so exciting.
Let's go back and rephrase. He just said he's expecting another baby by what? April next year. Yeah. Okay, so listeners, let's all congratulate Pranjal on that second child.
Thank you.
Which I guess will form part of these, part of your thinking about, I'm now got a second child. I'm going to have a second child. We probably need to find something to live in.
Yeah.
That natural. Human behavior, very natural. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So I would have still considered to continue rent vesting. But I'm noticing there's a huge pressure in terms of rental availability as well. So it's not like how it used to be pre-pandemic. You show to a very mediocre type of apartments viewing, and there's almost 40 prospective tenants lined up. So that kind of environment is very uncertain. So you may start liking a certain place, but you may not get it. Personally, I don't like that level of uncertainty. So that's when I started thinking, okay, if rental is so uncertain and we are not finding suitable properties in that area to rent, is it possible for us to explore to own that place? maybe not as expensive or fancy as a beach facing apartment penthouse, but something humble, close enough to the school and amenities. So I never drop any idea before fully exploring it. So this is not a decision. We are still exploring. And I wanted to explore what are the financial implications, what would be the other logistics involved in this. So I'm still weighing up all the options.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to my broker. He gave me a solution how I could get a property in the price range of 1.6 to 1.8 million ish. Where should I draw my equity from the existing investment properties? So my broker has been definitely helpful in this. He drafted the whole solution, and then it comes down to us, me and my wife, to make a call on that. Basically, pull the trigger.